Coming along, I realized that we're in a covered portico. So this is a judgment call, but these exterior receptacle outlets should have in-use covers, like in the backyard. Bubble cover, call it what you will. If you have Christmas lights, for example, or a welcome sign for a party, then these covers, these weather covers, as they exist, they do not close, and it leaves it open and exposes to the rain. Doorbells are beyond the scope of the inspection, but I like them. Yeah, they should be sealed, illuminated. I don't think it is. I hear it. Hey, Vaughn! Coming in the front door. Okay, this front door, can you see the daylight right through there? If daylight can get through, wind can get through. Even with the deadbolt on, it's still daylight. Coming along, this is our entryway. This is the closet. This is the garage door. It should have a self-closing spring on it. And I'm going to have a nice little inspection theater in the overhead door section. Oh yeah. But it's loose on its hinges too. You see that? That's why it binds up here. That's why you have this gap up here and it's tight down there. The carpet is pretty much worn. Alright. I don't know if you can see this real good. The carpet's pretty much worn. This is the closet door, the downstairs guest bedroom. And this back door does not slide real good. I mean, it slides, but it doesn't slide like this one. See, that one's all carefree and stuff. Let's go shopping. Okay, but no, this other one's going like, I want to stay home. We're not getting dressed. Okay. Coming along. Smoke alarms, locations. And I'll tell you why. It's because one of these smoke alarms, in a minute I'll tell you why. All the receptacle outlets work, windows, double pane, aluminum frame. The screens are all worn, a little worse for wear. Windows work. That's not fogging, that's just dirty right in there. And I was looking for fogging windows, and there might be some. It's 100 degrees outside. But I'm not finding any today. But the windows are original to the house. These are the air conditioning units outside for your guests. You don't want to make your guests too comfortable. You do not want to make a guest too comfortable. You'll never get rid of them. No extra charge for the life hack lessons. Okay, this is the downstairs guest bathroom. And again, at this point we're doing doors and stuff. I've got a video coming up where I show you the nick and the porcelain finish and that kind of thing. Make sure this is all done for us. Okay, not much floor to shoot, you know. I'm not an engineer. I use some engineering equipment, but I'm not an engineer. I don't do slope spec tolerances. But I do guidelines, and there's a couple guidelines that I'm looking for. And it's kind of silly in a room like this, but a condo like this, but no more than 1 inch and 20 feet. No more than 1 inch and 20 feet. No more than 2 inches overall. This is the back door, and the back door threshold is a little boogered up right in here. And see the way the wood comes right down to the threshold plate? That's gonna be marked. And then we got some daylight where this little awning was not flashed. So it's going to keep most of the water off of you, but there's going to be an annoying drip coming down, no doubt. This is storage beneath the stairs. I guess this is where Spot lives. Okay. Got a little daylight in here too, see that? Got the deadbolt on? Yeah. So we got a little daylight between both doors. Now you don't know this, because you know, hopefully you're seeing these movies these videos, these films, tutorials in, you know, the order of the report. But they're not filmed that way. This is actually the last video of the day. So I'm thinking about going home, you know. I am. But I just like to take this time. Put the air filter back in. So we got two kinds of elements going into our oven. We've got a gas cooktop, gas oven, gas and electric broil. It's pretty interesting. So I'm thinking of going home, and I just wanted to take this time to say thank you very much for your trust. Thank you very much for your business, your trust in your business, and respecting my COVID policies. Those things mean the world to my family and I just want to say, you know, just take this moment to say thank you. These windows. Okay, we got some furniture that's kind of stopping the show, kind of in the way. Helps the house show better, I suppose. It looks a little homey. People can imagine themselves in the home with furniture like this. Imagine yourself in the home with furniture like this. Okay, this light's on. This light's on. Alright, let's try this. This light's off. See that? We do not have a floor receptacle outlet. If you're looking at this and imagining yourself and putting yourself in home, well, know that if you want to replicate this type of, you know, ambience, if you want to replicate this, it's going to take an extension cord. You shouldn't use extension cords in permanent locations. But, you know, sometimes that's what we do. But we do not have floor receptacle outlets. We have a smoke alarm right here. Smoke alarms might not be required in all of the normal locations, since this house has a fire suppression system, a sprinkler system in the house. Alright, so they might not be required. Or they might be, I don't know. But I don't inspect fire suppression systems. Did you hear that squeaking floor? Okay, I weigh 175. A couple of weeks ago I weighed 180. I'm working on it. I'm still not my target fighting weight. This is a thermostat Nest. I didn't know, you know, they're Nest, so they should go back. But I put them on 74 and cool, because that's kind of reasonable. I think this was set on 80 something when I got here, but since it is a Nest, it will return to its original. When clients come in, I'd like them to feel a little bit comfortable. So yes, thank you very much for your trust in your business. Like I said, that means everything to my family. If you could, you know, leave a good blue-collar working schmuck like me a good Google review, that would be very much appreciated. We're at the top of the stairs. This is the water heater. This room always feels warmer. Always feels warmer, and there we go. And I left it on 74. And this air conditioner is not performing as it should. This is how you get up into the attic. It's not how you get onto the roof. Again, the laundry. There's a door stop in there, so what's that doing? I mean, not a door stopper, it's a, see, it's a little, you know, I want to hang on to you a little bit. This is a door, some people call that ghosting. Okay. Alright. Let's try this. Laundry door swings closed on its own accord. On here, now I didn't show this to you, but downstairs, because I have a battery that's plugged in, I unplugged it. This is a carbon monoxide alarm. We have one upstairs and one downstairs, outside of the bedrooms. This is a 2-bedroom home. unless you count, well, you don't. And so, being a 2-bedroom home, that you have carbon monoxide alarms, this close to the doors, that's all that's required. And see this smoke alarm, nice and white and stuff? See this smoke alarm over here? See how yellow it is? The manufacturers actually make a plastic that yellows over time, so as to give you a visual clue that this smoke alarm has expired. It has exceeded its life expectancy. It's no longer, according to the manufacturer, it's no longer dependable and should be replaced. See how the button didn't change colors? Those were actually, I learned that in class about a week ago. It's kind of interesting. I just thought they were old, and old is good enough, but no, actually there's a method to their madness. There's a method to their madness. So, I would, if it were me and my family, and I am recommending to you and your family that the smoke alarms all be replaced, just like the air filters, so that you have a timeline. You know exactly when they were installed. You know when to change batteries if that's the case. Mine are 5-year smoke alarms. You recycle the smoke alarms and replace them every 5 years. You can't even change the batteries. So there's all kinds of better ways to take care of yourself and ensure your safety. Now, according to code, and these receptacle outlets work and stuff. Now, according to code, if you have one door to the exterior and you have 2 downstairs, if you have one door to the exterior that does not require a deadbolt, then that's all that's required. That this is not an actual technical foul. It's a personal foul. It's a safety foul to me. I have them at home, but if you needed to get out, if there was a fire down there, and you thought that this was the best way to get out, you would need a key. You would need a key to do that. And also, this is not required, but since we are on the 2nd floor, a ladder. And they sell ladders that go flush into your walls. So they're already bolted up. You just knock the little cover off, throw the ladder out, and you don't have to worry about hooking it. But an emergency escape ladder, and they're probably not necessary because we have a fire suppression system, a sprinkler system. Probably not necessary. Okay, smoke alarms here. So we have smoke alarms in all the appropriate locations. But at least one of them needs to be replaced. At least one of them needs to be replaced, and I think that every one of them need to be replaced. That's what I'm going to write in your report, my dear client. And so, anybody that knows me knows that I talk too much. It's for better or worse, it's a characteristic that can help or hinder. But if my client has any questions about this home whatsoever, please do not hesitate to contact me. Do not hesitate to reach out to me, and we can discuss all these receptacles of work. I did those. I already did the windows, did you. But we can, any questions whatsoever. And anybody else that might be watching this video, and we're not talking about this house because I can't talk to anybody about this house except my client. But if you got any home inspection questions, I'm right here. I am right here. So thank you very much. Have a great